Hello. I would like for every individual who would be happy to be treated the same way the society treats Black citizens to please stand. If you didn't understand the directions, please stand if you'd like to receive the same treatment Black folks get. If you didn't stand, it says plainly that you know what is happening. You know you don't want it for yourself. I would like to know why you're willing to accept it or allow it to happen to others. If you're a racist to one race, you're a racist to all. What we should all consider is that there's only one race, and that's the human race. For decades, an issue sweeping the nation has been racism. Racism is around us everywhere. It may occur by excluding people socially, being indifferent to their beliefs, or present itself in a prejudice or stereotypical way, such as name-calling, taunting, or discriminating people from services or opportunities. Racism that is built into our society is called systemic racism. It continues in our schools, offices, our government, police departments, and elsewhere. The reason why is when white people are in a position of power or authority, people of color have a difficult time getting fair treatment. According to a study, white families hold 90% of the national wealth. Latino families hold 2.3% and Black families hold 2.6%. Think about this. For every $100 white families earn in income, Black families earn just $57.30. To build wealth without a steady or rewarding employment is almost impossible. But for over 60 years, no matter how the economy is doing, Black unemployment rate has been twice that of whites. Moving on. In the criminal justice system, if a Black or a white citizen were to commit a crime, who do you think would most likely be convicted? The Black individual. In recent events, a Black man named George Floyd was killed by 4 Minneapolis police officers after being accused of using a counterfeit $20 bill. He was pinned down with a knee on his neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Pleading for his life, George Floyd's last words were, "I can't breathe." Unfortunately, George Floyd isn't the first Black citizen or minority to be killed by police brutality. But when a white supremacist by the name of Dylan Roof committed a mass murder, he was politely and peacefully arrested. Another occasion to reflect upon the injustice treatment of minorities are the protests that occurred in the predominantly white area of Huntington Beach, California. On May 1st, thousands of protesters gathered to protest Governor Newsom's order to close Orange County beaches until plans of social distancing were agreed upon. Though officers in riot gear were called to maintain order, police spokeswoman Angela Bennett later described the display as peaceful and concluded it went largely without incident. Yet, when the Black Lives Matter movement protests in Minneapolis began, they were met with much more severe levels of violence in the form of tear gas and rubber bullets. We live in a country where healthcare is almost unattainable by minorities. And if it is, patients are overlooked and not treated with the utmost care. A study shows that 67% of doctors have a bias against minority patients. Hospitals that are a last resort due to lack of healthcare tend to be less well-funded and staffed by practitioners with less experience. But even Black doctors face discrimination in their workplace. Their colleagues will most likely have opportunities that they won't. It's clear systemic racism is a real problem in our society, and we all need to do a better job in confronting it by educating ourselves and others. Once you're open-minded and willing to learn the truth, it's hard to keep it to yourself. So educate those who might not be aware of the system's oppression. You might be thinking, well, perhaps if these minorities obtained a higher education, they'd obtain a higher paying job. Well, studies show that Blacks with college degrees are twice as likely to be unemployed as other graduates. Why? Job applicants with white-sounding names are 50% more likely to get a call back than those with Black-sounding names, regardless of the identical resumes. Becoming more aware of racism and educating others can solve many world issues. Working to end racism benefits everyone. Democracy works best when it works for everyone, not just one group. If the pay gap amongst racial groups were eliminated, the US could be 14% richer overall. History has shown that when African Americans make economic gains, such as during the Civil Rights era and the booming economy of the 1990s, everyone benefits. Look around you. People shouldn't be protesting for their lives. Everyone's life should matter, no matter what. I challenge you to do more research and educate yourselves a little more. Educate those around you who might not think the same as you. If you can, go out and protest during these times of the Black Lives Matter. Because not all lives matter until theirs do too. You can also donate or sign petitions for a change at blacklivesmatter.carrd.co. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Thank you.